Hi, my name is Val Baguios, and I'm a Gallup-certified strengths coach, an ICF credentialed coach. Welcome to Coach for Leaders. Welcome to Coach for Leaders, and this is the very first episode 1. So I was so excited, but at the same time nervous in recording this one, but I wanted to add more value to people who are online, and so therefore here we are. Welcome to Coach for Leaders. And to jump off episode 1, ang dami kasing confusion around the term coaching. A lot of people do it. At least a lot of people think they're doing it in the workplace. It's easy to be throwing my thoughts at you, but I think those thoughts will be validated more by evidence-based research. And so, the question, coaching nga ba? Coaching nga ba yung natatanggap ko, or coaching nga ba yung binibigay ko, has very, wide aspects to it. No? Maraming coaching, maraming mentoring na akala nila coaching, maraming nagbibigay lang ng advice or nagtuturo na ang tawag nila coaching. In the end, all we want is to help the individual grow and develop themselves. But it is important for you to use the correct label because it avoids confusion on both parties, the person doing it and also the person receiving it. May mga distinct methodologies yung bawat isa. Iba yung mentoring, iba yung teaching, iba yung advising, counseling, and coaching. I'm gonna take a look at a study. Will also infuse some of my insights around it, especially dun sa mga na-experience ko rin. No? So the study we'll take a look at is one of my favorite studies, go-to studies and research about coaching. It's called Towards the Psychology of Coaching by Professor Anthony Grant from University of Sydney. It's actually a dissertation talking about all possible areas na pwedeng mag-usapan about coaching. A lot of the things that inspired the data in it are various studies around coaching as well from many parts of the world. Mataba ang kanyang review of related literature. So in other words, ang dami niyang tiningnang studies. So I'm excited to share with you, ano ba yung distinct features ng coaching as an approach to people development. There are 10 features of coaching. It's consistent all throughout any kind of coaching conversation. And I hope that this is something that you are giving or receiving. Giving kapag coach ka, receiving if you are being coached. Number 1, systematic process to facilitate development or change in an individual, whether cognitive, emotional, or behavioral change yun. Cognitive, the way the person thinks, mindset. Emotional, how the person's awareness and management of emotions are happening. And behavioral, meaning a change in action, in doing. Dapat systematic yung process. Hindi siya bara-bara. Meron siyang system, meron siyang structure to a certain extent. Okay? Hindi siya yun yung pinagkaiba ng coaching kapag umupo ka lang with your friend and doing coffee. Next is that it is intended for non-clinical population. Meaning to say, hindi po dapat ito ginagamit na pang-cure ng clinically diagnosed na mga tao, especially mental health issues. Although, coaching can help, but that is not the professional way of addressing this depression, anxiety. It would help. I would very much encourage people to get coaching. In fact, there are some people who already approach me with that, pero tinasabi ko rin sa kanila that they also have to look for proper professionals to help them, psychiatrists or counseling psychologists. Very important yan. Number 3, it's individualized and tailor-made approach. So, hindi po siya nakakahon, no? Hindi siya yung feeling mo parang may binabasa lang tayong script dito, may sinasagot lang tayong questionnaire. The coaching is a very customized approach. That being said, the coach must learn how to dance in the moment. Ibig sabihin ng dance in the moment, if the coach presents to you any issue at all, dapat kayang sayawan ng coach yun. So, very individualized nga yung learning. So, depende sa need ng coachee. This is the 4th feature. It aims to encourage coaches to take charge of their own life, meaning may certain level of accountability na binibigay. And later on, it will connect to the other features of coaching. No, dapat nafe-feel mo na nagiging responsable ka sa buhay mo, hindi yung ini-spoon feed ka lang ni coach. Take charge, no? Yun yung ginagawa ng coach dun sa kino-coach niya. Dapat you have to take charge of your own circumstance in your own life. There are two twin growth areas that is very important: awareness and responsibility, and coaching should address that. Awareness is the coach allowing you to be aware of what's happening in your mind, in your emotions, and even in your actions. Why? It is only with awareness can you take responsibility on the actions and the results. Ang hirap kapag parating pinapasa sa'yo at walang awareness na nangyayari, parati kang merong gustong pwedeng sisihin. Twin skill areas for a coach: listening and questioning. Very important. Dapat it's driven by proper and deep listening for the coaches. Dapat nakikinig siya sa'yo, or dapat coach nakikinig ka sa coach mo. And also powerful questions. Now take note, it's not only listening and questioning ang skill sa coaching. Marami pa. But those are the twin skills that is of utmost important in coaching. 7. Collaborative and egalitarian relationship between the coach and the coachee, not based on authority. The coach need not be an expert in your field. The coach need not exercise his or her authority during the coaching conversation. In other words, coaching is not based on authority, meaning pantay tayo, peers. Di ba? So before, for me, it was a challenge because I was coaching managers and leaders who are probably earning 3 times more than me, 5 times more than me, and even the experience is really vast. I've coached 65-year-olds, 55-year-olds, decades older than me. But I realized that coaching is simply helping them become more aware of what's happening and being responsible of the actions that they take. Okay, ano ang pangwalong feature ng coaching? Client agrees to be accountable. So dapat there's an agreement between the client and the coach na accountable siya sa actions niya. Dapat po willing yung mga coaches magpa-coach. Hindi dapat sila pinipilit. And in fact, you'll realize that also in all other learning activities that you may have, mas maganda kapag hindi pilit. Mas maganda pag voluntarily silang sumasama. Number 9, it is designed to access clients' inner resources. Now, in my own experience, there's no other valuable inner resource than your own talents. No? Meron tayong patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that can be productively applied. Yun yung pinaka-valuable na resources natin para ma-achieve natin yung mga goals natin. Of course, there are other resources. There are other resources that are internal. There are other resources that are external. But sometimes kasi, people put blame on external factors so much. Why? They are not focusing on something that they can control largely, which is the internal resources themselves. So coaching should be able to do that. Focus you on that. Last but not the least, coaching should be focused on clearly stated goals. Hindi po problem analysis ang coaching. Okay? Pag masyado nating nilalaliman yung pag-analyze ng problem, baka hindi na coaching yan. Yes, we will talk about the problem merely to describe it, the current situation perhaps, but in fact, the most important direction in the conversation of coaching is goal setting. The goal must be very, very clear para may patutunguhan po yung coaching conversation. So yan po ang features ng coaching conversation. I hope I shed light on the question, coaching nga ba tong nare-receive ko? Coaching nga ba tong binibigay ko? And so, thank you for being with me for the last X number of minutes. I hope this has been helpful for you. See you again for the next episode of Coach for Leaders. Bye!